my channel. I hope you're all doing really well. So today's makeup tutorial is a one brand exclusive with Rimmel Cosmetics, which is so nice and so exciting because it's always so lovely to re-partner up with brands that I've previously worked with. I love their products, so this is the look I created using this stuff. You will see throughout the tutorial this kind of evolved. This definitely was not the makeup look I kind of originally envisioned, and then it just evolved into this, which I love. This definitely takes me back to kind of like my younger YouTube days when I would do quite deep dramatic kind of makeup, and I probably haven't done that for some time here on my channel, so it was actually really nice to go this way. Takes me back, a little bit nostalgic, all that sort of stuff. I'll also just be touching base on the fact that Rimmel have just extended their colour range of their Match Perfection foundation, so now that is available up to 16 shades. Anyways, I'm talking too much, so let's get on to the whole gist of this tutorial. Okay, so because I'm going with a little bit more of a smokier look with my eyes, I really do not have the time of day to be dealing with any fallout onto my foundation, so I'm going to be priming my eyes and I'm going to work with my eyes first. So I'm going to be using Match Perfection concealer in the colour Porcelain, so I'm just going to apply this all over. It comes out in a little brush. This concealer has really nice coverage to it, it's quite full, which is always great, especially when you're prepping your eyes, because you don't want to have coats and coats of concealer on your lids. So if you can kind of just get away with one, this is a really good concealer to do that. This concealer also comes in 6 different shades. So just to set the concealer into place, I'm going to be using the Match Perfection Silky Loose Face Powder. This is a translucent shade, so anyone can use this. So this is just going to matte it so it doesn't move around. I generally do my brows right at the end, even once I've done my eyes first, done my foundation, then I'll do my brows. I don't ever generally do my brows and then my eyes. I don't know why, it's just how I've always done it. But this time around, I am going to do my brows before I even do my eyes, which is very rare for me. So I'm just going to be using Brow This Way by Rimmel. This is in the colour Medium. Make these bad boys a little bit thicker than what they are over time. Now that I'm getting a little bit older, I've noticed they have started to get a little bit more patchy and not growing back. Now when it came to eyeshadow palettes, I kind of was a little bit spoiled for choice here because Rimmel have got 3 beautiful Magnify eye palettes here. Generally, these two, this one is Spice and Blush, are kind of like my go-to shades, but I didn't really want to play it overly safe. I was actually quite inspired by this one, which is the colour palette. I really liked the Royal Purple and the gold in there, and I was like, well, why not? I just need to experiment more with colour. So we're going to work with this one, and I think I'll also work with a little bit of Spice just to kind of build in the crease. So just to build up the shadow in my socket, I'm going to be using this shade here, and then just to deepen it a little bit more, I'll be going over top with this one. So this is actually the first time I've worked with the Spice palette by Rimmel, and I'm really actually impressed by how blendable these shadows are so far anyways. They are really nice, very workable and quite pigmented. Okay, so now I'm just going to place a little bit of tape on the outer corner of my eye because I want something because what I want is really nice, quite dramatic, upward cat eye. Yeah, so working with the Magnify Colour Palette by Rimmel, I'm going to be using this matte plum tone. I'm really going to be focusing this on the outer corner to get quite a dramatic look. Okay, so I know I said I was going to go for more of a goldy finish, but I think what I want to do is work with these two colours and get a little bit more of a pearly finish, and then start building the depth of the outer corner of the eye up with this shadow as well. So I'm going to be using the SCANDLEYES liquid liner by Rimmel, and I'm just going to create quite a dramatic wing with this. And then what I'm going to do is take a really dark eyeshadow and then just run that along the wing liner just to really give a nice smoky appearance to it. What I love so much about this liquid liner is that the applicator is super flexible. I hate working with things that are like a stiff felt tip pen. Okay, so my eyes are done just for now until I whip on my lashes and stuff like that. To chuck a couple of coats of mascara on, I'm going to be using the Wonderfully Mascara by Rimmel. So we'll chuck a couple of coats of this on. Okay guys, so you can see I've got my lashes on. I wanted something super dramatic for this look. I'm just going to wipe away any excess fallout. Of course that's why I did my eyes first, because I did have a little bit of fallout, which is very normal with more of a smokier eye. And now let's move on to primer. To do so, I'm going to be using the Fix and Perfect Primer by Rimmel. Now this does have some incredible benefits about it. What it does, it helps smoothens out the skin, it brightens, it protects it, and it also mattifies it. But even better, it's oil free, so any skin type can use it, so it's not going to congest, it's not going to upset someone who's got dry skin, it's not going to upset anyone who's got oily skin. It's just perfect. I'm a really big believer in pairing up your base products together. So for example, Fix and Perfect is highly recommended to go with the Match Perfection foundation, which I will be using. That way you just get the overall added benefits of how they're meant to cohesively work together. So you're just going to get an overall good performance from both your primer and your foundation. It's one of those primers that's not too fluidy and it's not too silicone-y at the same time. So I feel really, really hydrated when I'm like putting this on, but at the same time I can feel it like going into my pores in like a really nice way. I can just see that my skin's looking quite perfected and I don't really see my pores, so that's a really nice base that I really like to have when I put down my foundation. So for my foundation today, I'm going to be using the Match Perfection by Rimmel. You guys might be already aware of this foundation. It's nothing new, but they are really excited to let you guys know that they have extended the colour range up to 16 shades, which is really cool. So this has got an SPF 20 in it, which is always really good, but it's kind of like an invisible coverage. So you can wear this quite light and then you can build this up to quite a nice medium full coverage, just depending on what you like. And it's got this really beautiful technology in it where it kind of just adapts to your skin but also hydrates at the same time. So to find my perfect match, I'm going to take 3 shades that are very, very similar to my own skin tone, and then I'm going to place them on the side of my face and see which one comes closest to my skin tone. So just bear in mind, while I'm placing this on my skin, I'm also going to be looking for something that is about half a shade darker than my face, because my face is a lot lighter than my body. So I want to make sure it blends from my décollage all the way through to my face. So I've let these swatches sit on my skin for a good minute or so, because it's really important when you've got something like SPF in a product to let it warm up with your skin. Ideally, SPF has got zinc in it. When it's cold, it's a lot lighter, and then once you've got a bit of warmth to it, it will sit better. So these have naturally, after a minute or so of me applying them, have darkened because of the zinc. So just be aware of stuff like that if you are trying to colour match yourself off a self-serve and things like that. So just looking at these, I definitely know this is more my like tanning colour, but when I first put that on, it looked a lot lighter. It's between these two, but I definitely am probably actually drawn probably to more of the middle, because you can see it just blends the best between the other two. Generally, when I apply my foundation, as of recent, I really like to dot it over my face. I never used to, but now I've really been working with a lot more lighter kind of workable products, so that's why I like to have it on or even. Tell you what, man, this smells so nice too. It's got that beautiful cucumbery kind of scent to it. I love that. I always like to use beauty blenders. I just feel like I get a little bit more of a sheer finish that I can then build up with. Oh wow, okay, this colour is like bang on too. I'm really, really happy with that. To brighten up underneath my eyes, I'm going to be using the Match Perfection Concealer by Rimmel again. Now this is in Porcelain, which is the fairest. There is 5 different other shades in the range. This concealer has been designed with the technology in it that helps with skin tone adapting. Again, this is where you're pairing up the right products to all cohesively work together to get a really nice overall finish. Like that concealer just works in so nicely into that foundation. So to set it into place, I'm going to be using the Match Perfection Silky Translucent Powder from earlier on. I'm just going to take a more finely tipped brush and I'm just going to place that very softly underneath my eyes just to set that concealer into place. So I don't put a lot of translucent powder on the brush because as much as this is going to help with creping and creasing, we don't want to put too much in there to cause creping and creasing as well. So kind of like a happy medium, a soft dusting on the tip of the brush is really enough for that area. And I just take it through the nostrils, through the chin, and a little bit through the forehead. So looking forward to warming up my skin right now. I'm going to be using the Natural Bronzer by Rimmel. Now, believe it or not, this is an SPF 15 and it's waterproof as well. So this is a beautiful matte bronzer, which I always prefer. So I'm just going to use a nice fluffy brush to apply this around the highest points of my cheekbones as if I've had a really nice sun-kissed look. So just to add a little bit of colour to my cheeks and to highlight, I'm going to be using the KHOL Glow palette. So I'm going to be using this blush and highlight to do so. This kind of colour is one of my favourites. It's just such a pretty soft colour for like an everyday look. Yeah, it's very, very easy to work with this kind of colour, very buildable. I'm just going to put this through my nose the tiniest bit as if it's more of a natural flush. So to diffuse and to set my base into place, I'm going to be using the hashtag Insta Fix and Go by Rimmel. I love this stuff, it smells like cucumber. And I don't know if you guys can hear that, but there's hardly anything left in it. I use it quite frequently. I really, really like this. So I'm just going to spray this all over my face. I'm really scared. I don't know if I want to put like smokiness underneath my eyes. I think I do. I think I need to just like do it. I'm going to be going back with the Magnify Color Eyeshadow Palette by Rimmel, and we're going to be using this shade from earlier on and then this one as well. And we're just going to do a nice kind of like smokiness underneath that's going to connect to the top. Okay, so much for a nude lip. I've kind of like just completely derailed this whole makeup look as I've been going. But I'm going to be using this one. This is the Stay Matte Liquid Lip in the colour Troublemaker. So this is what the lipstick looks like. It's such a cool colour, I love it. If you guys haven't already seen my swatch video of the other Stay Matte Liquid lipsticks, I will put that in the description box for you guys. I'm pretty sure there was between 14 or 16 shades in that range, but now they've just added another 8. There are some really cool colours that they've added to their collection. 708 Moi, 308 Vanilla Lovin', 706 Raw Embrace, 725 Love Bite, 733 Plunge, 709 Strapless, this is really bringing out my lisp, 723 Troublemaker, and then we've got 707 Raw Kiss. And of course, if you guys want to check out or try any of the Rimmel products, I would highly recommend popping into your nearest Farmers department store. The other main stockers are Rimmel. You could even go find out what your perfect match is with Match Perfection Foundation. Also got a cute little gift of purchase going on at the moment exclusive to Farmers. So whenever you spend $30 or more on Rimmel Cosmetics, you will get a 3-piece eyes gift of purchase. So there you go guys, I'm going to just wrap this up because my camera is dying, the lighting is shot, it's 5 o'clock at night. You guys know I use natural lighting. I've got a little bit of studio lighting, but I'm finding it's not working in the new house, so I'm gonna have to sort out this whole situation very, very soon. Anyways, really hope you've enjoyed today's tutorial. Again, a huge thank you to Rimmel Cosmetics for today's one brand tutorial. If you've got any questions, hit me up in the comment section, check out the description box, and until next time, have a lovely day, and I will see you really soon. Bye!